many believe. Here in America, I was raised on ambition. Hamster wheels spinning forward at a frightening speed, force-fed rules from a young age to move forward at my fullest potential without fail, without fault. Can't fall. This faith is dreams hide in working hard to aspire into, make something of myself, inspire, with whatever it takes to become my reality. The big dreams at double speed, all this to say, there's now a hole in my soul. From fiery forces tired, ambition leaking through it to avoid. With each goal, as tasks are struck through, one by one listed restless. I never listened to my heart. I'm drawing closer to empty. I missed out on the little things. Speeding through adolescence, my achievements kept me company. Running through my 30s, just wanting to sleep, I never learned to speak up about the little things like time to just be. Today, always focused on tomorrow, has me losing my ambitions. Perhaps it comes with age. I no longer force that drive to make or do. The circle slowed down, some stopped spinning. Hope to lose my inhibitions when I'm around you. Letting go is fucking hard when you're not bred to, but we make it easy.
New shit, right, Core? Hey, Core, this is new shit, right?
Despondency of the soul. Many of us young and old don't have anything to hold on to. No purpose for everything they love dearly, only to be left in the dark. People always say there'll be your time sooner or later, but then was the opposite, again and again. So many closed doors with no way out of the gates of hell. Worried about how we would go on, while others chase their dreams. Thoughts like, I've had enough, I'm done. They had to live with them until a silver lining comes through. As I was broken down in despondency, or as a way of saying depression, with a dream of being away from home with a poetry full skull. Our poetry mom's always told me, you need someone in your life, and that's me who got you out of this hell you're in. Please don't live in solitude.
That's great advice.
Full belt jacket, y'all. Tonight, your parents will sleep with your rifles. You will give your rifles a girl's name. Because this is the only pussy you people are going to get. Your days of finger banging, old Mary J. rock rocks, through her pretty pink panties are over. You're married to this piece that's weapon of fire and wood, and you will be faithful.
To close this, Mortal Kombat dialogue for Diego, sitting right here on the stage.
Thank you.
To survive war, you must become war. That's why the worst nightmare came true. I hardly think so. Rambo to Shao Kahn, Mortal Kombat 11.
The sky was blue, she said. Not a single cloud in the sky, not a single trace of white haze on the horizon, just blue. Blue skies that stretched far beyond the confines of barely functioning desks and chairs which she sits in for hours and hours, wanting to believe the voices who say they know best, who say they want the best for her, but they forget about her. Once one student becomes 29 when the room was only meant for 24, but 5 more students were added, which meant new benches and toilets for the cafeteria. So she sits and stares out the window and daydreams with the blue skies that stretch over the jardín she and her mother have kept in the back of their apartment complex, where they grow tomates and jalapenos for their families, unending supply of salsa for the hermanos and hermanas who remind her to échale ganas cada día and to darle gracias a Dios por nuestra salud y nuestra familia. The same blue skies that kept her company when visiting her uncle in jail. Her mother's brother, who was still serving time for selling a drug that white imperial tycoons now make their millions off of. Como ha crecido mi chiquita, he says with a weary smile. She can feel the exhaustion in his rough hands and sees the glimmer of hope in his eyes that he'll be out in time to see her graduate from high school, from college. She turns her face to hide her tears and returns to the blue skies. When she realizes she's sitting back in class, crying, she buries her face in her arms on her desk, soaking familiar wounds into her sweater. She thinks about how one day she'll make the world better for men like her uncle, so that they can live together under the blue skies. Thank you.
So I'm going to go into this. Without a doubt, without a cloud in my clear sky, the big endless blue, weightless, hanging like a dream, waiting for your mind to receive, ready to catch you, caress you, ready to relax you, unbend you, the pitter-patter of rain on your window. It's only a hurricane's whisper, the wind's whistle, Mother Nature trying to speak to your inner weather. Without a doubt, I was out for a rush, moving forever forward, helpless against my hunger pains for bliss, excitable, the little light inside my chest still inflamed with childlike wonder, infected with life, lost in my wild side. And the poetry flows, it's free blowing like the breeze. God knows what needs to be said, so I try and let him speak. Solid gold state of mind, flooding and finding and colliding against my barriers. Let's get some movement going. Let's get some friction flowing. Turn up the music. How deep is your passion? Why don't you show us your true treasures? How deep does your gift go? Keep your gift golden. Whatever God gave you, keep it close. Keep the garden growing. Keep no secrets from those who want to grow too. I know there's thousands of distractions daily, but how precious. How precious to be among the daisies with their roots digging like you and me, looking for grounding, living in the same world, sharing the same sun in the same city, the same shade of brown, the same part of town. When you hurt, I feel it. When you smile, we all love to see it. When you're embarrassed, I want to take it away and celebrate when you're successful. Subtract out all that sagging sadness. Drop all those sandbags. Stop carrying all that baggage. Drop whatever doesn't make you feel fantastic. We only have one life here. I'm only going to see a certain amount of sunrises, clear skies, and candied apples being waved to me at stoplights. I'm trying to explore all kinds of dynamics, breaking rules in beautiful ways, always been in all the wrong places, always been the loose change, always been creative but never knew how to create, always been out of balance. I've always loved me a challenge. As long as there's breath in my lungs, there's always going to be love in my language. Look in my eyes. I still want to be playful in a world that wants to keep you average, in a world that wants to be hateful, and world leaders thrive on mass panic. Plus we in a pandemic. Plus I still have academics. Plus I still have to keep up friendships. Plus I still have passions. Plus I still have to pay bills and check on my parents. Plus, I still want to fall in love and start a family. And despite everything, I still choose to be playful. Thank you.
They believe that white America's voice gets erased from the future if black America ever gets to use theirs now. They believe heaven would crash to earth if a man finds paradise in the love of another man. They believe a woman is only a womb and not the divine feminine greater than the sum of simple anatomy. They believe Spanish stopped being spoken in this country after the Battle of San Jacinto. But really they think the Alamo, because they don't even know the Battle of San Jacinto, but if you live here long enough, you know. They believe that history is a remix of only the best parts. That we can stave off the future by hanging on to the past, but then lie about the past, that peace is only found at the end of a fist, that justice is under the crushing weight of police. They believe that even heaven has gates, that a country is defined by who is kept outside, ignoring the narrow-minded cancer killing it from within, that we are somehow a nation of angels. Even hell has angels. Pride is a sin best served with a mirror, reflecting on your own faults before burning someone at the stake for theirs. We are a country without enough mirrors, without enough justice, without enough peace, war in the streets, but we believe that this is a blue dot falling through dark heaven, and however you come to peace with that is on you. We believe that peace should always fill the space where I end and you begin, that a wall should never carve through any free land, that the past is a Bible, a Quran, the Talmud, the Vedas, and the Upanishads. We believe hell has angels, heaven had wars. We are not supposed to get everything right all the time, but we still get up and we try, and we try, and we try. We believe the past is written in every language, and blood, and love, and voice of everyone. Thank you. Right, so I'm gonna do one more. I'm just feeling it. It's like a fucking wonderful night. Thank y'all so much for coming out and being an exceptional audience, exceptional poets, exceptional everyone. Follow Right Art Out on Instagram. Oh shit, that's about. Alright. Oh shit. Oh shit! It's hot. And I'm walking through the park one day. It's hot. And I'm walking through the park one day. But see, it's not in the very merry month of May, no. It was right before September. It was right before fall and winter, and I'm here, visiting. Killing time, really. Crossing a bridge over a stream that flows through riverbank trees. I'm waiting here for her in Sewell Park's damn heat, and I showed up. To make the earth move for her. To tell her our love's distance is proximity only, not emotionally. And whatever I've said, I've proved to her. But in my soul, I know. And just like these leaves will soon breathe, that wicked autumn breeze, love of my life is going to leave and go on hiatus. And I hate this. That the joy I got when her name popped up on my cell is going to end because those calls are going to stop. That there'll be no more staying up all night and sharing sunrises after her and I volley back and forth those, no, you hang up first, goodbyes. Or that the last dance that my eyes will remember seeing is a sadly-sighted vision of you, moving through darkness, spinning and sparking stars and streaks, and still I showed up. To make the earth move for her. To tell her our love's distance is proximity only, not emotionally, and whatever I've said, I'll prove to her. But in my soul, I know that just like these leaves will soon breathe, that wicked autumn breeze, love in my life is going to leave and go on hiatus. But darling, this is a moment that'll make us or break us. Because as I'm standing here patient, I'm taken back to the said I love yous that now seem ancient, what appear to be written in constellations and spoken by shamans, now feels as though fate is saying my fault, I was mistaken. It's like God is looking on me, walking Sewell Park's path slowly, like he's gonna come down and approach me and ask me, what are you waiting on? Only I'll tell him I showed up to make the earth move for her, to tell her our love's distance is proximity only, not emotionally, and whatever I said, I'll prove to her. But God in my soul, I know that just like these leaves will soon breathe, that wicked autumn breeze, love of my life is going to leave and go on hiatus. And I hate this, that my tongue will forget the taste of the nape of her next flavor, that as soon as she walks away, I'll forget the smell of her soul's vapors, maybe. We are a different breed. And no matter the size of the stones we throw, we cannot bring down us if we act like the burdening beast. Maybe what we really want is written in different hieroglyphics, and it's not for lack of effort, but we don't understand what we read because you've been saying things like, you need time to get right by me, and maybe I don't hear you, but I don't know what the fuck that means. Maybe I'm not patient enough, but aren't you that with full parched trees? Maybe these babies, and no baby, don't go babies, are gonna save me, because maybe it has been me, but maybe it's been you, because I'm the one standing here looking like an asshole and trying to make the earth move. And it moved for you. And I know that you felt that. On those long nights we would cry goodbye, and I would say, our love's distance is proximity only, and darling, I love you. But in my soul I know. And I can see these leaves turning brown from green, and I can see love coming. But she is coming to leave. Thank y'all very much.